It's Lori. How you doing? Today I wanted to talk about a couple different things. When you're doing this work, when you're manifesting, when things seem to be going really well, and you know what? When you really start doing it, you start getting the gist of it, and you understand how things flow, you understand how it works. You're gonna find that things just start rapidly coming, and you can manifest like this. When you get to that point, that's great, but then you might hit like a little bit of a brick wall. And I think we're so spoiled that we tend to have a tantrum when we hit that brick wall. Well, there could be a couple of reasons why you hit the brick wall. One is maybe you faced a crisis in this world or something. It kind of brought your um, frequency down. So if that's the case, really just get back into the groove. And you know what? There are entities out there that try to bring us down. And I know there are some that teach this stuff that don't believe that, but believe me, I was born with one foot in the spirit realm, one foot in here, and I know that there are negative forces out there. Okay, so it could be that maybe your doubt is getting in the way. Unforgiveness is a big one. And what happens sometimes is these negative entities will actually create situations in our lives. People that are non-believers can be very easily led to do things to believers, and the whole purpose behind that is to get us to lose our faith. So keep that in mind. Also, what I want you to think about is don't be spoiled. Okay, sometimes you got to chill out and just relax and wait for it to happen. Okay, if you place things in God's hands and you realize that He knows more than we do, um, you don't have such a hard time waiting. Sometimes this world can be really a negative place, though, and people, the higher that you raise your vibration, the more uncomfortable it becomes being in this world. I know myself that I have, I see with spiritual eyes, so I can see evil in people. I can see, and it's not always pure evil. Sometimes they're decent people, but they're being led by evil unknowingly, unwillingly. Then there's other people that really they're evil. They allow the negative energies to rule them for whatever reason, and they're evil. And those people come in and they destroy families and they destroy people that they're with. If you've ever been in a relationship and felt like your soul was taken from you, that person that you were in that relationship was more than likely letting negative forces, willingly letting negative forces rule them. I hear from several different people. They claim to be spiritual. They claim to be close to God. Like I was talking to a woman yesterday, and immediately she jumps to, I can't be friends with Lori. She gets depressed. I can't be friends with Lori because Lori does the spiritual work and Lori charges for certain things. And she's telling me this. And she's telling me that it's an attack. And I'm thinking, well, you certainly bought it hook, line, and sinker. People will. They'll say, "Oh, you're wonderful," and then turn on you any chance they get. So it's a good idea to walk with protection around you all the time. If those of you that know me know that I'm open. You know that I do all kinds of stuff for the homeless, for domestic violence, for rape victims, addicted, all different stuff. I'm always doing something for the community, but I still have to walk in protection because there are people, just by the very nature of doing what God wants you to do, that will dislike you and will throw arrows at you, whether it be through gossip or whether it be through just negative thoughts. And it really comes down to, sometimes it's a jealousy thing, sometimes they just are being led by negative forces. So walk in protection, and it's very, very easy to put a protective shield around yourself. All you need to do is just kind of lift up your vibration, like we've talked about in previous videos. Get yourself at a perfect place, high frequency and low heart rate, and just envision the light of God surrounding your entire body. I mean, put it through your fingers, put it through your toes, around your whole entire body, especially covering this area and the heart chakra, but all of you. Be careful who you let in. I mean, we have to be kind to everybody, but be careful who you let in. Okay? all of us can be fooled even for a moment. So don't let anybody break that barrier. And I don't mean to be closed off and not to help people. There's a big difference. You can have a shield of protection and still be out there helping everybody, touching people. You know, I've talked to some people that teach this kind of stuff, and they don't allow people to touch them because they're afraid that those people are going to zap their energy or whatever. I trust God and I trust that protective shield, and I will give a hug. But you know what? I'm no fool. I'm not going to let somebody hurt me either. Like that woman I was talking to yesterday. I'm sorry she feels that way, but you know what? She blew it with me, so she'll never be beyond that shield, you know. Um, Now, as far as when you hit that block, um, first thing to do is make sure you're in forgiveness. Make sure you're in gratitude. Look around. Are you in protection? Is somebody shooting something at you? If so, if you think that's a possibility, or if maybe you've let your guard down, your protective shield has been down, it's okay. All you need to do is simply put it back up and then just ask God, Lord, whatever has gotten in, I ask that you take it, remove it, and throw it out to the universe to transform into something good, powerful for everyone. Okay? Um, I want to talk about manifesting through the blocks, but I'm going to make another video on that because this is going to be too long. So use that protection, okay? And watch for the next video. It's going to be like part 2 of this one. All right, take care.